Hey guys, it's Sarah here and welcome back to another one of my bookshop reviews. For today's beverage, it's honestly the same from the It Ends With Us video. Too lazy to remake a drink and I'm filming this on the same day. I guess you can call this video part 2, but I personally loved the sequel so much more than I did with the first one. So today we're going to be talking about It Starts With Us, which is the second book to It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Starting off with the cover design, this one, 5 out of 5, hands down. It's just so much more aesthetic, especially more than the first one. And just like the first book, this one also has a lot of symbolism on the cover that involves what happened inside the book. So for that, it's just unmatched, right? Jumping right into the plot, if you haven't read the first one, warning, spoiler alert. This book is a dual perspective, so we get the point of views of Lily and Atlas. Lily and Ryle have finally come to an agreement to co-parent their new baby girl. For the first time in 2 years, Atlas and Lily finally run into each other. For what felt like forever, Atlas and Lily finally feel like it's time for them to start this new relationship that they've always wanted. The excitement doesn't last long when she's reminded that her ex-husband is still very present in her life. The one person that Ryle does not want to see Lily with or have his daughter near is Atlas Corrigan. With this new agreement with Ryle, Lily is forced to face with a lot of her emotions and to do what is right for her daughter. This one is shorter than It Ends With Us, and I finished this in one sitting. I also listened to the audiobook and I flew through it. It was so good. Yes, it's a lot more lighthearted. It's a lot more wholesome than the first one. That's not to say that there's no problems or issues that arise. The best way I could describe this plot, all the characters are in a much better headspace that it's almost like, okay, we've overcome all this, now what do we do? I felt very connected to this one more than I did with the first one. I can see why people thought this one was very underwhelming. There was not much to the storyline, like I do completely see that. But again, it is a lot more lighthearted. Also, you get a lot more Atlas, so if you're reading this series because of Atlas Corrigan, you gotta read this one. So good, top tier, loved it. So for that, I'm giving the plot a 5 out of 5. For tears, I actually did cry in this one. I didn't cry in the first one, but this one I did cry in. It was just one scene that I remember that it really got to me. Shed a little bit of tears in this one, so 2 out of 5. The romance, I'm gonna say it's a 5 out of 5. A lot of underlining tones of other issues and other topics, but I think mainly both of the series had a lot to do with relationship with love, so this one's getting a 5 out of 5, which I'm not complaining about. Characters is also getting a solid 5 out of 5 as well. I'm in love with Atlas. I said it. I'm not a big fan of like contemporary men. I feel like a lot of them happen to be like Black Cat type of vibes and I'm not for that. I don't know. I felt so hard. I think that's why I felt so hard for him. There's not a lot of men out there like that. And Atlas Corrigan did it so well. There are new characters, but I don't hate any of them. A lot of flaws, a lot of growth. I just love the characters in these books. Overall, this one is a 10 out of 10. Broke my scale. I haven't said that in so long. It was just so good. I'm obsessed with this book. I think about it till this day. If I can reread this, I would. And again, like I understand why people would think this one is very underwhelming and it's not up to what they expected. I honestly thought this was actually a prequel, but turns out this was a sequel. Again, just go into the mindset knowing that this one is everything happened and now how do we move on? When I think you go into the book with that type of mindset, it won't be as bad as you think it is. My friend personally likes the first one. I like this one. I think it was very satisfying. A lot of closure. Overall, very wholesome. So that was it for my review of It Starts With Us, which is the sequel to It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Honestly, I'm really sad that these are the only 2 books released with these characters and these POVs, but I think it also leaves so much to the imagination, and in my head Lily and Atlas are happily together. But yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to review one of them, and I'll see you guys next time with Sarah. Bye.